some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Well, that was abrupt.
I don't know what the happened. It just,
I've always wondered what abrupt was. Is that what that was?
it just, even the audio glitched up on that one.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stupid O'Clock.
Who's just going to hello?
I mean, of course, it wasn't bad seeing, the little, whatever critter that was dancing to the Stupid O'Clock theme.
I believe that was a sloth.
Yep.
That's why he was slow dancing.
Now I got the Johnny Rivers song stuck in my head.
I know exactly the one. Sorry.
It's all right. I hadn't heard it in a while. Sometimes these things must be remembered to not be forgotten.
Yeah. I tell you, my pickup truck has a bad habit of when I crank it up, the radio comes on even though it was off when I parked the truck.
Yeah. Might be taking commands from Ray Stevens. Turn your radio on.
If it does, it doesn't play any Ray Stevens because I've got it set to one of those college stations that you can't really hear clearly till you get almost all the way into Athens, and then it powers up real nicely.
Well, you could do WRAS, which used to be Album 88. It's Georgia State's radio station. As far as I know, it is the only completely student-run 100,000-watt radio station in the country.
I could. Now you got to understand that the truck did not come with a radio antenna.
Oh,
It had the socket for it. Evidently, somebody unscrewed the antenna to clean the truck to sell it. So I had to order one, and I really wish I'd ordered one that was about 2 foot taller. I got the one that was about 2 foot tall. But,
I know Toyota's got a lot of car companies these days have got them, but they got the little, looks like a shark fin up on top of the roof.
yeah.
That's what mine's got.
And it's the radio antenna, and B, it's a satellite antenna.
Yeah. For the series that usually comes equipped with it for 3 months and till the free trial wears
Yeah, the only time I ever actually used the Sirius radio, I accidentally pushed the button while I was driving up to outside con with Joe. And I was like, I don't want to listen to that crap. So I found a station in Nashville that actually played rock music.
yeah, I would love it if I could get 96 Rock out of Atlanta.
But you don't want 96 Rock in your
Good luck with that.
Not anymore. Yeah, well, it kind of went.
You have a way back
downhill.
machine for that.
It
I-
kind of went downhill
Well-
in the 80s, but
Yeah.
No, it went downhill after they got rid of Christopher Reed. When they brought in Larry and Eric, the regular guys, it went down the toilet.
And it's a hip hop station now.
why am I not surprised? I guess that's why I've never bothered to program it in, because I just went through every station on the dial and I go, I like that memory. Next one,
surprised-
next one, next one. Oh, I like that one too. Memory.
I'm surprised anybody in Atlanta would challenge the supremacy of V103 for hip hop.
Well, when
Maybe-
B103 is a 3,000 water and
I'm not talking about
96
Chattanooga.
rock.
I'm talking about Atlanta.
do what?
I'm not talking about Chattanooga. I'm talking about Atlanta.
Well, B103 is a 3,000 water in Atlanta, or V103 is a 3,000 water in Atlanta, where 96 rock is 1,000 or 100,000.
I think B103's upgraded since then.
I don't know. I'm just going. Only thing this truck wants to play on the radio is stuff I was listening to in the 70s, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I've heard it all before.
Just so you know, apparently D96 out of Atlanta has changed their format. They've gone back to classic rock.
Oh, they did.
Yes. I just brought it up online. You can listen live on all these radio stations online.
A lot of the DJs from 96 Rock moved to 97.1 The River.
Yeah.
And,
And
actor
there
Haley
is
Joel, actor Haley Joel Osment was arrested, and apparently he was drunk in public.
Oh, so he'll fit in good at Halicon this year.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
Well, as long as he's polite.
Apparently, he used a racial slur about the arresting officer, and he's in a lot of trouble for that.
Ooh, yeah.
As if his career wasn't already in the tank, they're now going to dig up the tank, put him underneath it, and drop the tank in on top of it.
He's just jealous of his sister.
Well, it should be. She's better looking and better actress, too.
Well,
Well,
she's
he
got a-
discovered eating. Don't pick on him.
well, no, I'm just his sister's on a,
She's on
series,
Young
a current
Sheldon, isn't she?
series. Pardon?
She's on Young Sheldon, isn't she?
Yeah, and now it's Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. I mean, she's even in her character's even in the title.
Hmm.
I have the faintest idea what y'all are talking about.
His sister is Emily Osment,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and she's
She's
a
the
hottie.
one we were talking about.
That's who we're talking. Yeah, but Chris, that's who we're talking about, John. Catch up here, man. Catch
No,
up.
I was just saying. Nobody mentioned her name. I was like,
Oh, we get another ping. Who's here?
There's the Zach.
hi!
Becky!
Hey.
Zacky's back.
Speaking of hotties that need to be on the show,
Hey,
if you
was
do
a-
like this, is that how you get the fireworks, Zach? When you go, bing!
hey, there was a mama tomato, a daddy tomato, and a baby tomato walking. A little baby potato tomatoes, and little baby tomato we kept falling behind. So daddy walked up, stopped on him, and said, "Catch up."
Oh, dear
Hey, dear
Lord.
That's a Kiri joke.
No, that's worse than a Kiri joke.
I
That's why
know.
Joe Dog told it.
But you should have waited till Kiri was around before you told it.
Oh, I'm sure he'll watch us. Believe me.
I have not heard from Carrie in quite some time, actually.
He does pop up from time to time in the comments rather than join the on screen. I've started saying
If you're out there,
action,
Kerry, get your butt in here. That's,
He's probably finishing up a stream or catching some rest between streams.
this is true.
Um,
all these streamers with the hip hop and the rocket launches and stuff like that. Back in my day, if you wanted to watch a rocket launch, you had to join the army and fight the Nazis.
Well, I don't want to drop the room down, but y'all always ask me for space news, so I can give you something that's developing right now. The Soyuz crew had their landing in Kazakhstan about an hour ago. We got about 5 seconds of footage of the NASA astronaut who turned 70 this morning, of them trying to pull him out, and then all camera crews were told to stop filming him. And they have not mentioned him by name, and NASA wrapped their coverage early.
Ooh.
So
That bodes ill.
yeah. So this is we can screen share it. There's nothing graphic in it, and this was aired by NASA. If you want it, Joe Dog.
Yeah.
But this is all the footage we got of him coming out of the capsule. It landed sideways, but he doesn't look well.
I didn't know Soyuz capsule could actually land sideways because it's.
But that was all, and then they yelled at all the cameras to leave him alone. And like the Russians had a whole welcome home. They got Easter chocolates, and Don was just brushed away. So we hope it's nothing. But
Well, at least you saw him at least raise his helmet up.
yeah. So he might just be hurting. I mean, I'd be hurting at 70 just on Earth, let alone not having gravity for 6 months.
Yeah.
I hurt now.
So do I.
Figure bring that up. That's why I was a little late. We were just ending that stream. So.
Well, if you have to bow out, we'll understand. Because you got rocket news.
I doubt we'll hear anything tonight.
To amuse y'all with in the messenger chat.
Now, what time? It's early in the morning there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's what time is it? Early. 7:13 a.m. right now. So yeah, they landed at like 6:30 or something.
Damn it, Chris.
And it looked hard too. Like it looked like it was a
Good solid thump.
Yeah.
Now, do the Soyuz? I know they used a parachute, to slow them down and everything like that. But they still do the rocket thing right before it hits the ground?
They still have a rocket, but I mean it's not a lot. I mean, it looks like a lot. Like it looks like an explosion when it lands.
Right.
But like there's a little fireball and everything. But it's super pulsing or something. Like slow.
Did we see that?
Yes.
We saw a poof.
So the rockets worked, is what I'm asking.
Well, they ignited. Whether they worked or not, we at least got the poof.
Because you said it landed sideways. That would imply that the rocket either landed on bad ground or the rockets did not fire completely. So that's, which I believe that's one of the reasons they use rockets is so to land upright. That if you can actually call a sphere upright.
Of course, Russia believes one parachute's enough.
Yeah.
And they thought they were going to have Kiev in 4 days too.
Well,
did I say that out loud on the internet? Oh no.
They
One
have
tractor
to
was enough.
spend their money on other stuff. They consider it a privilege to let you go into the space in the first place, and if you need more than one parachute to live through the experience, tough luck. That's why tragedy is so popular and common in their literature.
Yeah. I had a hard time understanding that particular aspect of Japanese anime.
Uh-oh.
Same sort of thing. Ooh, Mom.
Here comes your poof.
Oh no! Oh, I thought the helicopter was going to go through the parachute. Huh.
Might have been better if it had.
I thought they had developed stealth technology.
Ooh, that didn't poof very well.
No, it did not.
No.
And it
That was
definitely looks like it was off to one side too. Like if they had 3 rockets, it looks like one did not fire.
Like it looks like it was turning already sideways before it ignited.
Kind of looks like the parachute pulled it sideways after it hit.
delayed
But
reaction.
It hit with a big thump.
Yeah,
Got that
There's-
one.
there's probably a crater there now.
I'm wondering if the ground was even. Like, did they land in a pothole or something?
They
Ain't
created one if they didn't.
You mean it landed on one of the streets here in Peoria?
Oh,
No.
So it made its
Will
own
have
foxhole.
nothing on us.
made its own foxhole. Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
A battle-produced foxhole.
Yeah, battle with gravity.
Well, I've got to say, gravity wins every damn time.
Yeah. The question is how impressive and total the win was.
Hey, I've had an argument with Mr. Gravity, and I said, "Hey, could we have a tie at least once?"
Now, if you've ever had to work with the Russian military before, like I have, chances are when they opened the hatch, went to pull the guy out, and he pulled his helmet up, the vodka fumes knocked him the fuck out. Okay.
Mhm. That makes sense. How bad did gravity laugh at you, Joe?
The next fall was felt harder.
This was funny to watch after. And I don't think I've ever actually seen them air them doing this.
Trying to push the capsule back over.
This is after the people have been taken out of it.
Okay, now the thing I'm seeing here. Okay, you see the little sensor thing hanging off the side there.
That's a landing.
Oh,
Now I was about to say, isn't that one of the sensors for firing the rocket?
He looks so happy.
it didn't roll back over, so they got to try and flip it again. That's what he's happy about.
Well, this clip doesn't have it, but that writing on the right-hand side here, it says, "Help! There's a human in here. Let me out. Pull the red lever." And it says it in English and
Okay, right there. See the little kickstands sticking off the left or the right side there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the things fires the rocket. But
I'm not sure.
Well, they're
that's
lucky. They're lucky the one that didn't go off right then.
that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they got a de-arming
No,
procedure.
that looks more like landing legs because they're all the way around. And if you watch when it rolls over right there, when it rocks back, the capsule sits up off the ground.
Yeah.
I don't think that thing's got landing legs.
Not really. I think it might be a cable or something.
That's what I was thinking. It was a sensor arm. You know, like the old Apollo moonlander had the things hanging off the landing pad.
But it's
I
one
don't think-
roasted marshmallow.
I don't think it's a landing leg like you would think.
You're not
They
a
would
kickstand. It's not like a kickstand on a motorcycle or anything.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, you guys are just funny to listen to. I don't know. It's been a long day.
I do believe they need to start buying a better brand of shock absorber. The ones from Dollar General just don't seem to be working very well.
Chris, in response to your message in the group chat, I've got one of those on my desk.
When I was in the military, they
That's
started.
what two of the people on the photograph said too.
John, how do you say tree in Russian?
I don't think they
Timber.
I'm okay. Don't mind me. I'm just looking for stars in my head, and don't ask what that means.
When I was in the military, they started having this thing about IEDs blowing vehicles over, doing rollovers, and having rollover drills because all the new anti-mine resistant vehicles are top heavy. So if you hit the terrain wrong, they roll over real easy. So they actually started making rollover simulators. And you had to go through a training class. You climbed in, you put on your seat belts. They threw all this junk in there with you that was supposed to be tied down but wasn't. And then they rolled the vehicle over. And all this ammo boxes and rifles and everything was flopping around inside with you. And then once you were upside down, somebody had to undo his buckle upside down, flop down onto the floor without hurting himself. And the guys next to him were supposed to be hanging on to him so that when he released his buckles, he could land on his feet without hitting his head or anything like that. And then he would help everybody else get down and open doors and get everybody out. And necessary fight a fire, whatever emergency was going on at the time. And we got in there one day, and the commo went out. And we're not supposed to unbuckle until the guy controlling the simulator called. You could hear it over the PA system. Said, "Okay, extract yourselves." Well, we're waiting. No commo. No commo. No commo. About 40, 50 seconds, we hear this banging on the door, and you hear this, "Go ahead and extract yourself." It's because. So, I wonder how long those poor suckers in that Soyuz capsule had to hang upside down, waiting for
Until they got there.
About 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Because hanging upside down with all that blood rushing to your head may explain why that guy got toted out the capsule the way he did.
Especially at his age.
Yes.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
Yeah, you said the kickstand from the Dollar General didn't work. No, it's not Dollar General. It's the ruble tree.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
sometimes I love how your mind works, and sometimes I just. If I
That's
could
what I
reach
wanted.
through the camera, you'd have a red mark on the side of your face right now.
American components, Russian components, all crap made in Taiwan. Okay,
I
which is
know
one of my favorite lines.
Taiwan doesn't make crap.
You're still laughing at that one, aren't you, Dan?
No, I'm trying to pop my neck actually. The
Okay,
excess
yeah.
gas in my
Okay,
stomach
Josh,
is not the
okay.
only thing that hurts.
Way everything was shaking there. Did I need to start grabbing because it's headed my way?
Oh, yesterday afternoon, I twisted my head like that, and my neck popped, and I go, "Oh, geez, I wish Dawn could do that." No, seriously, it stopped hurting right away. It's like everything went right back in place, and I'm going, "Ooh, yeah,
Damn these
I
Russian
really
state
enjoy everything being right back in place, even
My
even
head
though
is
some of
screwed
it's
on.
welded."
My head is screwed on though, so we're okay there.
I am not going to refer to your head in any negative way whatsoever.
No, it is. It's literally.
He's never had any complaints so far.
Oh my goodness, John, you are just on fire tonight, aren't you?
I'm sorry. No, to be honest, I was watching something on YouTube about Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and the movie she was in. And she's walking past the movie theater, and the guy she's hot on is up on the ladder changing the letters on the movie marquee and drops one and hits her right in the head. And he goes, Oh, I'm sorry. He says, "How's your head?" And she goes, "I haven't had any complaints so far." But
So you guys did see any stars on my head, right? Little sparkly stars. Right?
I don't see stars. I keep seeing birdies.
No, we went to Ted's brothers today for Easter, and they had taken egg shells, and like did hard boiled eggs, took the eggs out, had half the shells, and then they put like glitter in it and put tissue paper over it, and they were going and smashing everybody over the head with these glitter bombs, and there was little stars all over. So it was cute. It was fun, especially when you're watching a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old run around smashing everybody with eggs.
Yeah, I got to see about a 5, maybe 7-year-old after the Easter egg hunt, just walking around the church, cracking the actual hard-boiled eggs on a brick wall and making a complete mess. And then half the kids were walking around. They were eating basically deviled eggs that hadn't been deviled yet. Just hard-boiled eggs. And I'm going, I'm glad that you don't live in my house tonight. I mean, this is a Joe Dog in the elevator story waiting to happen.
Hey Google,
Oh no.
what's my name?
It even bleeps it.
Hey Google, what's my name?
Your name is
Well, it's right. I mean,
You programmed it to do that.
This is why AI is going to come and harm us.
When Skynet takes over, okay, they're going to whoop his ass. All right, that's all I'm saying. It's going to be a bunch of robots, and they'll probably send the robot dogs to his house just to mess with him. So that's
No, please no, because I want to pet one of them.
Yeah, and then it'll
One
bite
of the
your hand
robot like
off.
dog ones. The
Yeah.
Starbase. Go to Epic Universe
What is that?
in Orlando, part of like Universal Studios. It's their new park.
It's a place you can pet robot dogs, obviously.
No,
Get with the program.
you can pet dragons.
I want pet body animals.
What makes you
have
think I haven't already done
Little
that?
dragons that run around the park, and you can pet them, and they're the robots.
Oh, well, robot dragons. Okay, yeah.
Well,
If
what
that's what
about
you-
the
you're in-
interactive toothless?
The interactive toothless looks amazing, and the characters are like spot on. Like I thought they went and got the actors and had them working at the park for the grand opening. Nope, those are not the actors. But they found their twins.
You do a big enough casting call, you can find people that
greatly resemble the originals. Yes. I swear I'm going to get this moth one day, and it's on my iPad screen. If I slap it now, I don't know what the iPad's going to do, but it's not going to call me daddy.
Dan, have I interested you in Apple Care to cover you 2 accidental damages?
I'm not worried about accidental damage. I'm worried about it going, ooh, please do that again.
Never
I
had
don't
someone's
know
iPad do that.
AI
No,
me.
actually, no, I did have someone's iPad do that. When they
Gee,
brought it in.
thanks, Dan. Now you giving Joe another idea.
I do have a question, Zach. Why is their shampoo going up in space?
Because we wash our hair in space.
I'm just curious because when I see when launch, why are you questioning shampoo going in space?
Oh, when launch is a thing for like Starship.
Oh, okay.
Like WHEN, but then modernized. We got rid of the H.
Okay, because when I see when, I think of shampoo, the brand name.
well, everything they use in space is liquid, so basically shampoo and stuff like that. So they don't have any.
And it's not washout, it's dry shampoo.
Yeah, you wash your head with it and let it dry in the air, and it goes away.
Or you break out the vacuum.
Yeah.
And while you're up there, they could send a Flowbee attachment and
go ahead and give you a haircut. Uh,
No, I don't think they actually do that because there was that one woman who was up there for like, what, 9 months or whatever. I'm pretty sure they don't cut hair on a space station.
No, they do. They gave the newest male Soyuz guy a haircut 2 days ago.
Did he ask for it?
Yes.
It's like,
My
was
question
it an
is,
initiation prank?
Do
my
they
question
do?
was, you just launched to space. Why do you need a haircut already? It hasn't even been a week.
Gravity.
He didn't plan ahead.
Well, let me ask you this: do they still use Tang, or have they got it where they can just have
Tang has never gone to space.
Yeah.
So
That
they
was-
just got it in pouches.
It went to East Tennessee because I used to have that stuff instead of orange juice back when money was tight.
Never had
And Dad
Tang,
worked for
never
Oak
gonna have
Ridge,
Tang.
so there was a whole lot of
Have you ever had McDonald's orange drink?
long, long ago.
I was gonna
Far,
say it's
far
been
away.
years.
no.
Their orange juice or their
No,
orange.
back when they used to have their own flavors.
It was like a
No.
high C almost orange.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, love a high C.
It was called McDonald's orange drink. It was Tang.
That makes sense. No, but it wasn't.
That would explain why nobody bought it. I do have to confess that I actually like the taste of Tang, but I did not mix it according to the directions.
You add a little extra.
Let's just say that the jar Mama opened didn't last long, and Uncle Carl would have really liked it. Let's not
Hey,
mess
until
up my reputation. I mean, it was
Tang-
East Tennessee. There
Tang-
was several other varieties of liquids available that were not water.
Dan and John will get this. Maybe Dawn and Chris. But Tang is not good until it's the consistency of Metamucil.
Consistency of what?
Metamucil.
Oh. Well, I haven't seen Tang in ages on shelves. I don't even know if they still
It's
carry it.
They still have
Still
it.
available.
It's out there.
They treat it to the kids at space camp because they tell the story of Tang, and they're like, "Okay, here, everyone gets Tang," and then they send the kids home with their parents.
And Tang has never been to space.
Not even low orbit.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, I mean, the Chinese space program never sent anyone into space named Tang.
Well, not with NASA.
Not publicly.
I can't have Tang anymore just because of all the stuff in it. But when I was growing up, we would have Russian tea, spelled not like rushing fast, like Russian, like the country, and it had Tang in it. And now I wish I could have Russian tea. It was the best when you were sick.
Correction, Tang has been.
No, they used to have this thing called Russian tea where they mixed tea with Tang.
It was like
It was like sweet tea with lemon and Tang.
yeah, it's like you used Tang and instant tea, like iced tea,
Like
and
like Lipton, yeah.
yeah, and then a packet of lemon Kool-Aid and some sugar and cloves and
Ooh, no cloves. Good
Yeah.
Lord. I've been in the SCA. I never want to get near a clove again.
I'm just
Uh,
saying that it was the whole mix. It was the best when you were sick. It tasted so good. It was warm, and I can't have it anymore. And now I'm pissed off.
Mm.
Hey, Zach. After 6-8 months on the space station, I'm quite sure some of those guys up there would like some Tang.
This says Tang with. Wow.
That was definitely a ZZ Top reference.
Goodness.
Moving
Wow.
on, Hank did fly to space in 1962 with John Glenn on Mercury. It then also flew on a couple of the Geminis and numerous shuttles.
Yeah, that's what I was
Really?
thinking.
Oh,
It was
my-
used as a food-eating experiment on John Glenn's flight.
So is dehydrated ice cream on some missions.
Okay, dehydrated ice cream sandwich. The whole sandwich. But Neapolitan, actually good.
And you know this how?
Because they sell it at NASA Kennedy Space Center. Not sponsored. It's very expensive. It's like $9.
Yeah. They sell it at the Huntsville Space Museum.
The
Ooh.
freeze-dried strawberries, the sliced strawberries, dangerous good.
I forgot this is a sad anniversary.
What?
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I put it in the link chat.
Now I gotta open the other channel again. You keep
I'm
doing
sorry.
I mean, I can make it a positive anniversary. We smacked down into the surface of Mars like 8 years ago or 4 years ago or something.
30 years ago, OKC bombing the Murrah building.
That wasn't even thought of back then.
Nope.
that. Oh.
No, I was being incubated. Just.
Is that what
Why
they call it? in
were
Canada?
you?
Um,
Why were you put it in?
Because I was born in December 95,
So somebody could share it on screen if they wanted to. I don't know that you'd want to, but I'm giving you the option.
I forgot April 19th is the darkest day in American history. It also was it the Boston Tea Party or the first?
I think Lexington and
Lexington and Concord.
yeah,
The shot that.
was heard around the world.
Well, I stopped myself from saying something entirely different, but
That
And
was
then
Lexington
Waco.
and Concord.
yeah.
And then Waco and Ruby Ridge.
I didn't think they happened on the same day though.
Yeah,
Tomorrow is Green Easter.
yeah,
Green Easter.
yeah. 420.
Oh, okay.
oh no.
Okay, let me see.
Look, it's still illegal here. I don't keep up with this stuff.
No, you watch.
April 19th in history, in 1775, the American Revolution begins. Lexington, Massachusetts.
Mm.
And then,
And they're getting tornadoes right now.
1897, the first Boston Marathon was run. 1943, the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising.
In the ghetto.
1995, the Oklahoma City bombing.
And it's also the birthday of somebody we can't even say his name on YouTube without getting banned.
We could say Rodney Dangerfield. No, wait, no, that's not the right one, is it?
Nostradamus called him Hister.
Oh, okay. That one, yeah. If somebody just bought a couple of his paintings, World War II would never have happened.
Maybe.
Don't laugh. I'm writing a short story, if I ever get around to it, where Hitler becomes like a major art aficionado in Europe, and like there are every major city has a Hitler studio.
Wow.
Well, it could have happened.
Yes, it's an interesting story if I ever get all the kinks worked out of it. So.
He
It
was
was a kinky story to begin with. So,
he was an artist. He was not in my mom and my brother's or my niece's class of artists, but he was not that bad. he
Hey,
just
John.
didn't attract the audience that he needed to become a success.
From what I understand, John, you like the Kinks.
Hey, we don't kink shame here.
Kink
That's why
question.
you're allowed on the show.
Woo! John is on fire. Have you been saving these up for like the past couple months when I haven't been
Pretty
on?
much, yeah. You're not here. I have to save them for somebody.
John's been on the taco sauce here.
Wait, no.
I make my own taco sauce. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
It better not have carrots in it. we had a whole discussion about your and my chili cook-off at Helicon, and people are going, "Yeah, Dan's chili isn't hot enough. We'll try some of John's and mix the two together, but we're leaving the carrots out. That's uncivilized." Yeah, you put carrots in that batch of chili.
Yeah, carrot shavings. Yeah.
People were not.
I could see it in a stew,
expecting
but
that.
not chili.
No. You don't put whole carrots. You just put shavings in it, and it adds a sweet,
It helps counteract the spiciness by having that little bit of sweetness.
Sort of, yeah. That's part of it. Yeah.
Well, no, that and most of the opinion in the green room was John's chili was way too hot, Dan's chili was way too mild. But if you wanted a really good chili, you just mix the two together. So yeah, we both won. I don't think anybody actually voted.
Round of applause.
There wasn't a single drop left of either one. I will say that both crock pots got emptied. There were enough aficionados to where neither one of us felt slighted, and my hat's off to you. I tried so hard to keep it.
My problem was I didn't try my peppers because they were homegrown peppers.
Yes,
I did not try my peppers before I put them in the chili, and I didn't realize how good a job I did growing peppers.
Mm-hmm.
You're a pepper aficionado?
Apparently.
Well, yeah. John's pissed off all the time, so he can grow some hot peppers.
I think he was inspired by the Angry Whopper.
You've got to be pissed off when you plant peppers if you want them to be really hot. And
Wait a minute,
evidently,
have I been on Stupid O'Clock since the second pepper showed up?
yeah,
Or second pickle?
I was gonna say second pepper.
second pickle. I'm not sure, but
I meant the pickle. I can't move this. Oh wait, maybe I can do this.
look, you've got a restraining order to keep me far away from your taco.
Good.
I was having a rough week a couple weeks ago, and one of my friends dropped off an emotional support pickle. So now I have two pickles.
Well,
Okay.
you have a spare. Does it require batteries? Is what I'm.
So your friend gave you a pickle to help you emotionally. That's what you're trying to tell us.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
She just randomly handed me a pickle. We scared Chris away now.
I have the most amazing friends. Why do I feel like Spider-Man in the 60s now? Or was that the 70s? Oh, now John's going to Google it.
Oh, no, I was taking off my socks.
He was looking for a pickle.
Quick question for Zach in Rocket News. Amazon is supposed to be launching some sort of satellites toward Mars here soon. You heard
Amazon.
Jeff Bezos and his Blue Origin thingy. apparently they've got some sort of satellites they're supposed to be sending to Mars, and it's some sort of odd GPS. I don't know, but that's all. It's got a weird name too.
Kuiper? Kuiper's Earthbound.
No, there's something going to Mars.
Oh, Escapade?
That's the one, Escapade. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a NASA mission. Amazon's or Blue Origin's just launching it.
Yeah.
I better not find out it's just Dollar General seeds.
No, those are
Golden
going on the
pantry
first party.
seeds.
Once everybody's read the private chat, I'll give the answer.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh no, we are not saying no.
Uh,
I don't want seafood. No.
Lappuccino.
What?
Well, that's better than beef curtains.
Okay, I'm glad I kept my mouth shut because I watch too much Japanese porn, so I had other names. Okay, that's just.
John,
did not catch
every
you.
week we find out new things about you.
I know I was going to not only just some, but too much even.
Oh, and now what? No, Zach.
About my double pickle going on here.
Am I wrong?
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to weld two clams together, and if you don't know Arlo Guthrie's music, you will not understand that reference.
Taylor Swift reference, Gaga, Starfield, Chris Tomlin. I'll get that. What you just said? No.
Let's just say there is a song by Arlo Guthrie, son of Woody Guthrie, the world famous.
Well, they're both kind of world famous, actually.
Well, yeah, but Woody. I mean, Woody wrote "This land is your land, this land is my land," and Arlo kept going.
He writes Thanksgiving songs. Anyway,
He's the one that wrote Alice's Restaurant, didn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He wrote a song, and Donna loved this. He wrote a song about a pickle.
Yeah, and a motorcycle.
And a motorcycle.
And then
That is
Dan,
instantly
Dan.
related to Arlo Guthrie, so that just feels wrong.
Dan, I've got an interesting fact about Alice's Restaurant for you.
Uh-oh.
If you take the Blue Origin launch that just happened, you know, the one that's been in question, and hit play as the engines ignited, you would still have 7 minutes of Alice's Restaurant left before the song was over.
well, there's another trivia fact about the 17 minutes of missing dialogue
18 minutes and 36 seconds.
of Richard Nixon's recordings, and yes, it is exactly the same length as one side of Alice's Restaurant, and Arlo was really happy about that. It matched up perfectly, but no, there was a song. I think it's on the album One Night, which is basically an Arlo live album, and the song is called "The Strange Saga of Reuben Clemso." No, the saga of Reuben Clemso and his strange daughter in the key of A. If you don't listen to the entire performance, you will not get half the jokes. But let's just say that Arlo Guthrie is right on up there with Jeff Foxworthy in the people you really need to experience their performances. And Arlo has sadly retired, but there's lots of videos on YouTube.
Well, good God, he's in his freaking 80s.
Excuse me, I'm getting close myself.
And on the deep side at that.
And now I've got Alice's Restaurant playing through my head in the back of my mind.
Dawn.
It's not a bad thing. Sometimes I have to. I started to say sometimes I have to refresh myself, but no, I have to refresh myself.
No, Dan, private chat. Our
Okay.
little Dawn has Dawn.
One day I'm going to have a long talk with that girl.
Hi.
It should be interesting.
We can talk about it sometime.
I feel like Uncle Jed looking at Jethro going, yeah, his cornbread ain't quite done in the middle yet.
My cornbread is very well done. Never mind.
No.
Oh,
Is that a challenge?
I think what in tarnation might be more appropriate.
Ah,
Zach left the
Oh,
I think he's too busy laughing and doesn't want anybody to see.
did he leave or just?
No, he's here.
Oh,
he has to
sick
connect
people.
himself.
You
Wow.
sick people.
We just lost our monetization. Thanks, guys.
how the hell did they see the private chat?
How are you monetized? You don't have 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours.
They just evidently we've pushed it that they're not even going to consider us anymore.
Really?
That's why my channel name isn't here anymore.
Well, but now I'm highly relieved I'll never have to face that particular burden of YouTube going, hey, do you want to make money? I go, no.
So
See,
based
if
off of
Joe
what I
were
said,
smart-
who's hungry for chicken and who's hungry for seafood?
If Joe were smart, he would get a sponsor. Okay, like Taco Bell. Or,
I'm sorry, Dawn. There are things going through my mind right now that would just make you pull a Zach and get out of here for a second and come back.
Oh, no.
Hey, what?
I'm glad you interrupted me. Otherwise, I was going to have to make a remark that was
Way off the rails.
going to guarantee that this channel will never get monetized.
Would you believe Stephanie Osborne sent me that?
Yes, actually, I would.
Yeah.
She's got a good sense of humor. And
Yeah, we just got to get her on the. We got to get her on the show. I don't know.
Well, since Daryl passed, she's not been wanting to do shows very often.
Oh, plus her sleep schedule is so screwed up.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Oh, what you got,
Zach? Why are you showing us pictures of Uranus?
It's not Uranus. It is K218 and K218b. So the star is the without the number or the letter. And then the planet's planet K218.
I understand.
I'm putting the show
standard.
back on some sort of wobbly rail.
Okay.
We basically have proven alien life, but we don't want to cause world panic yet. So we're saying maybe. But what marine life does when it decomposes in the ocean and then into the air and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we found it at a multiple of what we have on Earth on this planet via James Webb. And the only way we know for that to happen is like whales and stuff in the ocean. So we basically proven life.
Or Joe Dog caught one of my flying saucers and went to visit after a Taco Bell.
Or
what you're saying is they discovered whale poop.
That planet
Well,
is multiple
whale
times the size of Earth.
I got to interrupt here for a second, guys. That could be the whale planet from Star Trek: The
There
Voyage.
you go.
Oh, now I'm. Oh, okay. Cachalot.
Or
Like
we
the-
could find
like
where
the
all
sperm
dolphins
whales.
went the first time they left.
Or what's the whales from Ahsoka?
Didn't watch it. Wasn't very
I haven't the
I don't know,
faintest
but Star
idea.
Trek is humpback whales.
Purgles.
Fur balls?
Purgles. Purgle. Is that what it? Purgles?
Furball. That's what's on my
with
shirt.
with a P. Purgle.
purple. But it's a big
Y'all
planet.
keep tempting me into these things, and I keep responding. And now we've got a "you will never be monetized" notice from YouTube.
You should frame that. Not many people get that privilege from YouTube.
I think it was just a preemptive strike.
Most people want the letter from the CEO. You're getting the one from the security department.
Yeah.
You really got that.
Oh, hell no. we got a letter from YouTube. Oh, hell no.
Which immediately endangers my cooking show because it's all on his account.
No, that's on the Dan Hollifield. You're just using this to broadcast. You're broadcasting
Broadcasting location and what you're broadcasting with are two separate things.
Yeah.
Is that what you were trying to say, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
I was wanting to say, this is the broadcast link of KBR 91.
Holy crap.
And only John or Chris will understand that. Studio to broadcast, studio to transmitter link KBR 91. Yeah. No, that's one of the local TV stations. Studio to transmitter link.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Star
I
Wars.
just hit a.
So has anybody watched like the Star Wars Ahsoka, or they were pretty much introducing Ahsoka, the Loth cat?
No.
Oh my gosh, they're like they're like a little species of little cute pets that people have, and they Loth cat gives you an idea that they're cat related, cat-ish. They said during the Star Wars celebration yesterday or the day before, it's this weekend in Japan, but they are going to be releasing like a line of like stuffed Loth cats, and they are even making baby ones with all different colors. Okay, I'm good.
Sorry.
You got your voice back. That went hypersonic.
You had Beanie Babies as a kid, didn't you?
No.
These are different.
I'm in shock over this headline.
Uh-oh.
Funeral home limo hit by train while taking family of 6 to a funeral.
Say that one more time.
Funeral home limo hit by train while taking a family of 6 to a funeral.
That's what I get for hiring my mom to drive. She's 87 and she thinks trains are supposed to get out of her way.
No, that's why you don't use a Groupon for funeral services.
Or you just have your friend that drives a hearse come get you.
You can't see it.
Yes, I have a
think-
friend that drives a hearse as his normal
Me
vehicle.
personally, I think that was just the funeral home trying to drum up business.
They had a slow week.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. Where did it say?
Oh, y'all are killing me.
This
You're
happened in
killing me,
Bartlett,
Smalls. And I
Oh,
don't
this
even
is-
know what
okay. This is
program
in-
that quote is from.
That was in Bartlett, Tennessee,
Yeah.
and the quote was from
Sandlot.
Sandlot. Let's see. The accident was in Bartlett, Tennessee. Happened yesterday at around just before noon, and apparently the funeral home limo doesn't look like much of a limo, but the funeral home limo was just going over the train tracks and like, you know, hey, we're a funeral. It's a funeral. You're supposed to stop for a funeral. The train was like, really?
Really? Yeah. 70 tons is going to stop for a car.
Okay. The good news is everyone that was injured in the crash, including a child, is expected to recover. Apparently, it wasn't too bad. So.
That's a good thing.
But it got sideswiped pretty good right on the passenger side door. So.
Well, the bad part was it's the Southwest Georgia television station was one I saw the report from.
Oh, well, I Googled it and it came up on all sorts of stuff. But I found one of the local TV stations that was covering it. Was Dan will know this one, KNOE 8 out of I believe they're out of Knoxville.
Oh, yeah, they used to be, I think.
Oh wait, no, this one, strangely enough. Wait a minute, this station is out of Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Somewhere near Monroe, Louisiana. Huh.
Yeah, the one I would know from Tennessee is KNOX Knoxville, which is one of the few stations on this side of the Mississippi that was allowed to use the K designation.
Because of Knoxville, all right. So that's why
it was back in the day, because everything on this side of the Mississippi is supposed to be W something.
Right.
Yeah, except for KDKA, which was the first radio station in Pittsburgh.
And then, well, that's one of the reasons I picked that station, because it was KNOE. I thought that was the Knoxville station. But let me see. I'm trying to find a good picture. Everything's video. Darn. Oh wait, no, there's a good one. Hang on a second.
I was going to say, Don, if you find out if they release those in Florida at Disney World, the cat thing, which I'm assuming you're wanting.
Lothal cat. Loth cats.
Moth cat. They're so cute. They're like, their feet look like chicken feet. Okay, I know they're fake. I get they're fake, but they're so cute.
I question your definition of cute, but nonetheless. Ooh.
Yeah.
He didn't
It
even
got hit on the other side, though. And
that's just got one knocked into the tree.
Do you guys remember about 6-7 years ago? They released somebody did a fan film called Vader, Shards of the Past, where Vader was, struggling with being Vader, and the Emperor had him under control.
Yeah. I think I heard something about it.
Part 2's coming out.
I do believe that the Emperor was wrong.
Well,
hey, I have the advantage of living in the future.
Look up. It's called Star Wars Theory: Vader, Shards of the Past.
Yeah, I think I seen.
I'm sure that Ted has watched it. I'm sure that they're talking. Isn't that so adorably cute? Okay.
I kind of like the cat thing from the Miss Marvel movie.
Oh yeah, the one that give Nick Fury his eye patch.
Yeah. It was a cute cat, and then it was a squid, and then it was a cute cat. Uh,
And he was orange.
yeah. Well, we're not. I think that one's got all the brain cells.
I watched an interesting movie earlier. It's called Samaritan. Had an older Sylvester Stallone in it. And you could tell it was filmed in Atlanta because I could recognize landmarks and stuff from the city. Interesting movie. Wasn't the greatest piece of cinematic history around, but it was an enjoyable way to pass the time.
It was called what?
Samaritan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have a dog knocking at the door to the office, wanting to come in and vacuum the floor for any cat food that got dripped out of the bowl.
Dogs are good for that.
Yes, but she's getting to be a little bit of a big girl, and we're supposed to be not feeding her extra stuff. But she has developed this unnatural fondness for peanut butter on rawhide bones, and she ain't getting no smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, she's already the size of a deer. If we keep doing this, she's going to be the size of a cow.
One of our cats has trained our dogs to sit.
Please tell me it's the orange one.
No,
it's the one with thumbs.
It's Lucy.
Okay.
She'll get up into the cat food, get a bite, hop out, and sit, where the dogs will watch her because she has, they can see she's got food in her mouth, and she'll raise her paw. And when they all sit down, she'll drop the food.
Wow.
So now, if, they're laying around, the dog's getting a little crazy, Lucy will sit up and she'll raise her paw up in there and they'll all sit down.
Even without any food being offered.
Yeah.
Just because she raised her paw.
Yeah.
Wow.
Conditioning is a thing. And it ain't just Clairol or White Rain.
Yeah. Or Suave. I like Suave. I prefer Suave.
That's pretty much what I buy, but
White Rain isn't that common anymore. You still see it, but not like you once did.
That is that the hairspray, the White Rain hairspray, was what was recommended to science classes when they had to do an insect collection.
Yep.
So they'd catch the insects, they'd spray them with the White Rain hairspray, and then the petrified bodies they would
pin to the board.
Yeah, hairpin to the board. Yeah.
What are those pins called they use in etymology? The little tiny ones.
Oh, I don't know what they call the little tiny ones.
We use straight pins.
There's one specifically for etymology. It's the pen part, the part you poke in, is real thin, but it tapers up, and the back end of it's real thick and usually has grip to it, so that you can get a good grip when you pin them to the board. I'm
sure there's a specific name for those, but I am not aware what that name is.
Anybody know what?
I'm going to call them Sean.
Report is
Sean Penn.
You would. What is the Europa report? That sounds like a question directed at Zach.
Europa report? I mean, we want to go to Europa.
Last thing I heard was, "Don't go here."
Yeah, all
You're-
these worlds are yours to use except Europa. Stay off of Europa.
Oh, it's a movie from 2013. That's a group of astronauts go to Europa.
I thought it was Io.
What?
John, I thought it was Io.
Was it not?
Is that Adam?
Yes.
Yep.
Hi, Adam.
Well, on that big, beautiful note, and by inspiration of ice cream that Dawn has, I'm going to go to bed and get ice cream because I have a launch at 6 in the morning.
Which one?
Tomorrow's NRL 145, and then I'm up all night with CRS 32 the next night.
And then
We had nothing for a week, and then SpaceX is like, we're going to do 4 Falcon 9s in 4 days. Why? Because we can.
Well, you try to have sweet dreams, Zachy.
Yeah, and happy Easter if you observe it.
Appreciate it. Happy Easter.
He goes to church camp. You know he does.
I haven't been to church camp in many of a years. It's been, actually, it'll be a decade now.
He's been traumatized by white van.
Yeah, it's been this summer would have been, no, last summer would have been a decade because of graduation high school.
I will let Zach field this particular statement.
I don't know what that means, and I'm not sure I want to. But I'll take it as the police officer in Kenya told me and my team. Dream of elephants chasing you down the Safaran Road.
Mm-hmm.
Classy.
Evidently, they're made of walrus husks or something and don't require batteries. That's all I can get out of it. I'm not sure. Oh, well, yes, that. You really need to spank this dude.
I'll just dream of all of y'all and Dawn with her rocket. Good night, y'all.
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
What?
I didn't say a damn thing.
That's all right. Lindsay doesn't know how many times you've entered into my dreams. So, you know. It was all consensual, but it was a dream.
Well, believe it or not, 38 years with Donna, I can actually remember 5.
Which, strangely enough, is the number of letters in the word lodge.
Well, I just figured that was how many times and how hard she'd hit him over the years.
Chris said hard. Great. I've scared Chris and Zach off now. I shouldn't come back on the show for a couple months, huh?
Okay, I guess it is Europa.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose. I didn't want y'all to have to see or hear it.
Okay.
15 minutes left, huh?
Yeah, we run out of steam.
No, we're just running out of time. That's all.
ABC, that thing that Zach was talking about.
What?
The planet that they may have found life on.
Yeah.
It's on ABC News.
Of course it would be.
Apparently, University of Cambridge.
Mm-hmm.
The professor's name is somebody I cannot pronounce because he's from India. And it's a video, so I'm not going to play the video. But it's...
Mm. I think it's amazing that our first inference that there might be alien life somewhere is methane.
So I will speak the aliens' language.
No, you'll start off an interstellar incident. Your release of methane.
What was it? The Mr. Bean Doctor Who thing to where they talked in farts?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Although it wasn't Mr. Bean, but it was the actor for Mr. Bean.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah. I'm glad somebody can remember his name.
Yeah. Well, he was Blackadder too, wasn't he?
Blackadder.
Yeah, I like
that is one of the problems with somebody like that playing so many different characters.
Well, my favorite character he played was in Hot Shots Part 2.
They've tied my shoelaces together.
Bastards.
I've got to say, with Blackadder, I was not fond of the first season at all, but I really enjoyed the second, third, and fourth. It's just the first one was a little bit way to the side of what Monty Python could have pulled off.
Oh.
Oh, this gas is just not going away. I cannot belch. It hasn't gone far enough down my digestive tract to pull a Joe dog, so I'm just going to have to sit here and hurt. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Most of my friends tell me I'm very trying, but they mean well.
Oh, Chris, just learned this.
Yeah.
Hotel in Huntsville
Yeah.
has elevators.
Yeah. I'll take the stairs if I have to.
I'll walk around the building if I have to.
What?
Something tells me I should have owned stock in Gas X or Beano or both.
It'd be a shame if the power to the elevator got cut and Joe got stuck in there with himself.
Oh, he'd enjoy his own aroma.
Hey, everybody loves their own brand. And if you've been married long enough, you can start to tolerate your other halves.
I don't believe
If
you
hers is
actually
anywhere
said
near
that.
as bad as yours, it's a wonder that both of you are still alive.
Chris,
It's a wonder the house hasn't blown up yet, except he doesn't have a gas stove.
Chris, have you ever smelt a rubber band that's been burning? Now wrap it in hair.
I am trying to freaking eat her, you asshole.
What she said.
I think the word asshole came out.
Is that what that was?
Well, yeah, that one was loud and clear. The rest of it was kind of interrupted by ice cream being swallowed.
Dan's running down the hall.
Yeah.
Okay, can I eat this ice cream without?
What?
High sugar.
Yep.
Sugar. I'm not going to say what's coming to mind because I know that you sick people will.
Okay. Disney's on this trend right now to do these live action shows for those of you who aren't. Okay. They're doing a live action Lilo and Stitch.
Comes out Memorial Day weekend.
And it looks a lot better than Snow White did.
Yeah.
Because they don't rely on the CGI so much except for Stitch,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Thunderbolts coming out in a couple of weeks.
That one looks interesting too.
I want to see that, How to Train Your Dragon,
The live action.
and the new Superman.
Well, I think Mufasa the Lion King is the live or the seemingly live action.
That's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah, I think it's out now.
Now I'm gonna tell you a wild movie I watched today. Slingshot. With Casey Affleck and Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay.
Deep space mission, and Casey Affleck goes crazy. You're muted, John.
One of the first movies I saw with Casey Affleck was 200 Cigarettes.
The young actress who plays Lilo in the Lilo and Stitch series, doesn't exactly look like Lilo, but you can tell by the way she just presents herself that she's a good actress. So it'd probably be interesting.
She's very bad choice of words. She's very animated in her acting.
Ow.
Well, I just thought of a movie that from back in the day that
Billy
has a band that Dan might recognize that did the soundtrack. The movie's called 3 O'Clock High, and Tangerine Dream did the soundtrack for it.
The one that I want to see that they did the soundtrack for is called Sorcerer.
Yeah.
And it's basically a bunch of guys with a truckload of dynamite.
Nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin. Trying to drive over what Harrison Ford described as pre-Columbian architecture. Cat, get your claws out of my knee.
No, they fit too good.
Billy No Mates ran in when I opened the door, and now he wants to be fed for the 5th time today. Lindsay's already fed him twice. I've fed him. Well, this will be the 3rd time I've fed him.
What are you talking about, Adam? Trust me, I say something on here and it's forgotten. My brain's better than Snapchat at erasing stuff. What movie? That movie, Slingshot.
All right, Billy, get your tail up from under the wheels of the chair. I've got to roll up closer.
Slingshot.
Hey, Don?
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
It's getting quick. I mean, very quick, as in like a minute.
It's not It's 11:25. You got 2 minutes.
Well, we got an hour 26 running on the live clock.
Okay, well.
Well, remember the beginning got all fudged up, and all of a sudden we were boom hi.
Yeah. It does happen.
Hello and welcome to Stupid O'Clock. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. We were all like boom hi.
Yeah, Joe was late to the party.
Isn't he always?
Now,
Not always.
Okay,
Billy wants out.
of course.
Yeah, well, if I don't want to have to replace the door, I got to go open it for him.
Yeah.
He will claw his way through.
Sci-fi. It's on a spaceship, so I guess that's considered sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that, we're actually going to have to say it's time to go, guys.
It's time to go, guys.
It's
Yeah.
time to go, guys.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
It was good seeing all of y'all.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, what we're supposed to be having a meeting?
Yeah, it's in a couple.
Sunday week.
Okay.
Not,
if you
not next weekend, the weekend after.
okay, if you would repost that.
Yeah.
Was it May the 4th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Star Wars Day. All right. We got to go. Say bye.
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 Oh, I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.